Hi guys, it's Chef Nadine here again. I'm gonna keep this really short and sweet for you today. We're entering into Tart Week, which is one of my favorite weeks ever, mostly because tarts tend to be so fresh, so beautiful, and they really give you a chance to be creative and show us what you've really got. Some of the most popular fruits to use in tarts are berries, like blueberries and raspberries. Blackberries are really pretty and add a super great dimension of color. And then of course we have strawberries because who doesn't like strawberries? And kiwi, I love using kiwi because it's green and it adds this like pop. It's so beautiful and really versatile. So I'm just gonna show you how to slice the kiwi and the strawberry properly to make the whole tart sort of flow together a little bit easier. Okay, so here we have our working surface. I've got my chef's knife here. I also have my little bird beak knife here. This is one of my favorite ones to use because it really is nice to cut the tops off of strawberries or even core a strawberry. It's because it's curved. It works really well and it makes simple work of doing things like this. I am gonna show you my favorite way to cut a kiwi. Now, we recommend that you cut your fruit nice and thin slices, but keep it together until you're ready to use it. And sometimes that throws you off because you're like, what does that mean exactly? So I'm gonna show you what I mean. So holding your chef's knife, just like you learned in our very first class here at school, you're gonna cut the ends off of your kiwi, okay? Now, using a peeler, you can use a vegetable peeler if you'd like, which works really nice. I prefer my bird's beak knife because I just feel like I'm more in control of this. And I just hold my thumb at the bottom of the fruit and pull it downward towards me. And I get these really nice, hefty pieces without removing too much of my fruit, okay? This is just a really nice way to go about doing that. Now I have one already peeled here and I'm going to just demonstrate what I mean by cutting it and keeping it in place. So you're gonna just slice downwards and then if you can here, there we go. It's easier with potatoes because potatoes tend to be a little bit taller, but you're gonna keep these exactly right next to each other. These are slippery, so you do have to be really careful about holding onto it. If you've got some fingernails, it does help. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get one more out of this bad boy. Okay, and by keeping this together, I mean, oops, there we go. When you're finished, pick it back up and put it together like this. This is an easier way to decorate your tart because when it's all ready to be decorated, your kiwi is ready to go. Okay, so you're just gonna plate it for now, sort of your mise en place. And then when it comes time, you can set it on your tart or get it in your hand and literally just fan it out like this. And you're covering a ton of area all at the same time. Now, if you don't want something quite so large as this kind of a big circle here, you are more than welcome to slice this in half and then and use that way. So there we have it. There's our kiwi, okay? So however many you need, you're gonna get those prepared and hold those off to the side. Now, for the strawberries, what I like to do is keep the little tops on because this will kind of keep them together. And unlike the kiwi where it can just fall apart and slide all over the place, I've got a lot more control over this if I leave the top on. I'm going to use my bird's beak knife for this, and I'm gonna cut as far close to the top as I can without compromising that very top surface there. All right, so I'm just going to make my slices of my strawberries nice and close together. I want them to be thin, really uniform in size. And there you have it. It's the same kind of idea as making a strawberry fan, only you're not gonna fan this out until it comes time to decorate your tart. When it is time to decorate that tart, simply lob off the top, and your strawberry will be ready to fan out. So just a preference thing here, you guys, and this is kind of up to you. When you are decorating your tart, you want to make sure that uniformity is key, okay? So a lot of times tweezers are necessary. Sometimes they're so slippery that these guys can be really kind of hard to contend with. But you should be able to just fan them out really nicely, like so. Now, if you want, you can always cut these down the center and you can get a half circle instead of an entire ring. For the strawberries, I don't use these ends because I think that a seeded piece next to a fleshy piece just kind of throws the whole thing off. So I usually will just eat those, but I'll take the ends off first and then fan these out accordingly so that they're in alignment with each other. They're like puzzle pieces, okay? So I don't like to show the cut side of the strawberry. These are slippery too. So again, you can fan these out, put them right up close to each other, however you want to do it. This is a chance for you to show your creativity, okay? And then of course with your berries, no matter which berry you use, you want to make sure that you're picking out the same side up every time. And I'll show you why. If you turn one over and you have like a different dimple, he's gonna be very obvious. He's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. So just sort of look for that little attention to detail there. So no matter which kind of berries you use, whether it's strawberries, your blackberries, same kind of thing. These tend to have a little bottom on them. So I always go tip to bottom and keep them really uniform all the way around. And you can see how pretty that looks. And of course, you've got your raspberries. Same kind of thing. This part doesn't necessarily look really appetizing or pretty. So you always want to make sure that your raspberries are bottoms down. And you're really showing that beautiful seeded fruit on top. See? Now, sometimes I'll get a strawberry or a raspberry in there that looks like that, and it just looks like it doesn't fit, right? So don't do that. Make sure, again, pay attention to those details and really watch what you're doing. So I hope this helps, and you guys are gonna make some really beautiful tarts this week. I can't wait to see them.